Welcome back to the Brew House. I'm Taylor Winbush, and today we're here with Tim from the Jacksonville Museum and Gardens, and he's going to tell us a little bit about what they have to offer for the city of Jacksonville and about an annual event that they have that's really big here. So, Tim, thanks for coming on to the show today. I'm really excited to learn more about what you do and the business that you represent. So, tell us a little bit about what the big event, the Jasmine, what is that?
Jasmine is a gay, lesbian, transgendered, and questioning organization with the youth in Jacksonville. They have an annual, it's kind of a prom that they do fundraiser there every year, and they always go all out every year. Like if you go onto our Facebook and see what they've done, they never pull out they pull out all the stops. So it's always really fun to have them there, and it's a cause that's important to me and to the company itself.
I think so too, and I think especially for youth, that's a great thing to get involved with and, just help them, guide them to be comfortable with themselves,
Yeah, exactly. No one should have to be ashamed of who they are.
I agree. So, so is the prom is it actual prom or is it just like a fundraiser?
It's a fundraiser.
Okay.
I call it a prom because everyone dresses up. Like last year they did Feel the Fantasy, and they had it set up like Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, wow.
And they had like fictional characters. We had Smurfs come in. We had Captain Hook and Peter Pan. We had the entire gambit of people coming out. So it's always a lot of fun, and it's just so much fun. They have shows, they have performances and things like that. So it's always a lot of fun to have it in our building.
So how can people in the city of Jacksonville kind of get involved with the event and support you with that?
Well, as far as supporting us, the best way is to support Jasmine. You can go onto their website or to their Facebook, just kind of see what they're doing. They're always doing fundraiser or awareness seminars, things like that. But you could definitely help them out. I think right now they're getting some clothes together, getting some fundraisers put together, sponsors, things like that. So definitely hit them up. They're the nicest people I've worked with in a long time. So I would definitely recommend talking to them and going through them for any work on that.
Yeah, that's great. I really support you, and the city of Jacksonville will do so as well. So I know that the Museum and Gardens was I know the Gardens was supposed to be an office place. So tell us about how that kind of translated into what it is today.
Well, the building itself, once the Ira Koger Gallery went under, I think in early 2010, they were going to turn it into an office space, but the people who bought it were just like, well, let's keep it the way it is. So they wanted to turn it into an event space, and as they were coming up with names, they're like, well, it looks like a museum, so let's keep it with that name. So we kept the architecture the same. We like to keep the building like a flat white walls and, mute colored carpets, so that way
anyone can use it.
Yeah, they can do whatever they want with it. They could turn it into a prom. They can turn it into Alice in Wonderland. We actually have a prom that's coming up that's going to be a Cirque du Soleil theme.
Oh, wow.
So you could pretty much do whatever you want to in the space within reason. But as far as when they were turning it into an office space, they originally were going to put a koi pond out there, but that didn't really meet our aesthetic. So our facilities manager, Julia, decided to turn it into a butterfly garden because she's a very avid gardener and she's always adding new stuff out there. So rather than just looking out there and you see a pond, you see butterflies and bees all over the place, and it's just really pretty to look at and really adds to the aesthetic of our garden area.
I agree, especially here in Florida. So we need to be able to embrace the flowers and the insects that we have here. Yeah. And it's great that she always puts new flowers out, so it'll stay in season and in trend for the different events that you have there.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But especially in April, we have flowers that just bloom a certain time of year. So we always get brides who want right when they go into full bloom. We actually just had a wedding where they were all in full bloom, and it matched it perfectly. So
yeah, that's amazing. Your venue is such a beautiful one. As we're wrapping up the interview, is there anything else that you would like to touch on or say before we close out?
Well, as far as the venue space, the reason I really like it is just because it has very dynamic architecture. It looks like a museum, but it's not exactly a museum. You can do whatever you want in there. We have the waterfall room, which is multi-tiered. So that looks really great. People are always blown away by it. We have the galleries, and then we have the black and white room where we keep our permanent art collection of Christina Hope, underwater angels.
Yes, I heard. Yes.
Yes. So that's a collection that we're very proud to display. As far as anyone who's interested in the place, you can definitely check out our website at themuseumandgardens.com. There's a little form you could fill out to give some information, and we can just schedule an appointment for you, see if it meets what you want for your special day or event.
Well, thank you, Tim, so much. I had a great time learning about the Jacksonville Museum and Gardens, and I know that you guys have a lot to offer, and the venue space that you have is beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thanks.